I'm Matt Barnes, 14-year NBA vet and world champion with the Golden State Warriors. I know a little bit about what it takes to survive in this league. I made a living off of cutting from the weak side, cutting from the baseline, cutting right in front of you. I want to give these guys some tips to help them last and prepare them for what they're about to embark on. You're the leader out here. Point guards are like quarterbacks. People see the highlights, the Sports Center reels, the top 10 plays, but they don't understand all the behind-the-scenes work. College was more of a sprint, but in the NBA, it's a marathon. I want to take these guys through the full scope and give them an understanding of what it's going to take for them not only to make it, but last in this league. The film doesn't lie. Studying those guys to a T is the key. All these guys have a lot of accolades. College All-American, Big 12 Player of the Year means nothing. Son of a former player, they're coming for you. Coach K endorses you, he better be ready every single night. Can you live up to the hype? I'm Matt Barnes, and this is your wake-up call. All right, Jalen, we've seen two-time national champion Villanova, high school accolades, college accolades. I want to get to know the other side of you. What makes you tick, what motivates you? You've been compared to Mark Jackson. Do you know much about him, know anything about his game?
I know a little bit. You know, being compared to someone like that is definitely an honor and a blessing.
Right. Like, when did you realize that the NBA was your ultimate goal?
Since I was a little kid, watching my dad just go through the things he had to go through. Him working out in the gym, and then going to lift, and then going to run on the track, and then going to a summer league game, seeing how hard he worked and seeing how much he loved the game. He kind of instilled that in me, so I wanted to do something that was like that, and I wanted to make sure that he pushed me. I just love the game of basketball. I've always been around it. I've grown to appreciate the things that can come with it, but I never let that consume me. I think my family has a lot to do with it as well. Just seeing what they sacrificed to me to get to this point. I just want them to be able to still support me and still be that support I always can go to when things are not going well.
Yeah, it's important to have a solid circle and corner. You're gonna face stuff that you may have heard about, but you never understand until you're actually in the situations, on and off the court.
Yeah.
You know, when bad stuff goes on in your life, the game doesn't stop. You know, I unfortunately lost my mom during my career where I had to continue to play. I went through a very public divorce during my career, and it was on every blog and every website that I had to play through. So that's something that I had to learn the hard way is, you know, being able to block out the world and focus on the task at hand.
I really think that's why my family is so close. We've been battle tested with a lot of things. We find ways to make sure that we're focused on what's needed to be done, but at the same time, we're a close-knit group that nothing can ever break us or phase us. So, I mean, that's why my family's so special. That's why I love them so much.
Do you pride yourself on defense?
I definitely do. I do anything to be on the court. I really think I'm getting a lot better defensively. I mean, defense is hard. You gotta want to play defense.
You gotta work, yeah.
You gotta work. You gotta want to play defense.
It's a want. I think the biggest shock for most guys in your position coming from college to the NBA is the speed of the point guards. I mean, these guys, you know, you got Kyrie, you got Steph, you got Chris, who's a little slower but smarter. You know, you got Terry Rozier. These guys are just constantly up and down, and I think what sets some of these younger players apart is the ability to be able to guard. Defense is going to be very important for anyone coming in, but especially point guards. Mm-hmm. So that's something you're going to have to work extra hard at. Yeah. And really, it's not so much one-on-one. It's knowing coverages. It's knowing help. It's knowing how to play the pick and roll, you know, because 90% of offense in the NBA is pick and roll or freelance, you know what I mean? So really make sure you study up on that side of the game, because I feel as rookies coming into the game, that's where you can really stand out and buy yourself some minutes as being able to play defense. Mm-hmm. You know, everyone sees the physical attributes and the highlights and the dunks and the threes, but what people don't really know is 90% of it is mental. And it's not only the mental side of how you approach the game on the court, your study habits, being able to take care of your body, everything you need to be prepared, but the mental approach off the court. You know, you're stepping into a completely new lifestyle with, you know, more money than you personally ever had. Things that are accessible that you could only dream of before. You know, women are all around, a lot of temptations are around, so I really think the mental aspect as a whole has to be different. You know, you seem like someone obviously with a solid background and you grew up in it, but like I said earlier, until you're actually in it, you don't know how you're gonna react. So enjoy it, but understand that mental approach is what can have you in the league for 15 years or it can have you in and out of the league.
Like, what was your motivation? What was your mindset in your last year being able to win a championship? Like you go your whole career, you know, trying to win a championship, and then like, your last go around, like, what was your mindset?
I was someone that I didn't gauge individual success, I gauged team success. So I always knew like if our team wins, we all win. You know what I mean? So I was a role player and I understood that. So throughout my career, I took less money with bigger organizations for a possibility to win a ring. So I came close with the Lakers, I came close with the Orlando Magic, and then I got a free pass with Golden State last year. I think the hardest part for me that season last year was playing so well for KD, and then the game KD comes back, I almost break my ankle. Like we're on the court together for maybe a minute 30, and I go up for a rebound and land on someone's foot and almost break my ankle like a week before the playoffs. So even though I won a championship, it was bittersweet from the standpoint of normally I would have been out there going to war with my guys, but I wasn't healthy until basically the Western Conference Finals, and we hadn't lost a game up to that point, so I kind of had to sit back and watch, but still from a standpoint of being with the team and a culmination of my career, all my hard work, like to finally win it and to have my kids there, that was the reason why I was so comfortable retiring after that, because it was just like, man, I fought my whole career, my kids are here, this is what it's about. So it was like I said, it was bittersweet, but at the same time, I have something that not everyone has a chance to experience. I didn't win any high school championships, I didn't win any college championships, and even some of the greatest players to ever play the game never won an NBA championship. So for me to get a chance to win an NBA championship, man, it was a blessing.